Oh shit! There's the sound again.
All right, hold up. Testing.
Yo.
Seems to be okay. No,
Yes.
I'm hearing a delayed. The sound is off. I'm hearing a delayed situation.
Well, it says you're live now on Instagram.
Okay. Can you hear me?
On
Can,
Instagram
if
or
you
here?
on no, I was saying you obviously can hear me. I'm curious if people on IG can you hear me. Can you hear me?
Well, I'm just gonna log into IG and see.
Can you hear us? It's so ridiculous.
You're not even popping up on my IG. I got a notice, but now you're not there. Yo, just open the IG and see if you hear it.
I'm literally on the thing.
Because I have no Wi-Fi, it's just frozen.
Can you hear us? Hello? Can you
Oh,
hear?
here it is. Here it is. All right. Let's see. It's just frozen. Yeah, it's working.
All right. Well, whatever. Game on.
All right. Kaboom! Is it time to start?
I mean, we're late, but yeah. Okay, let's go. Yeah. There you go. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the AIB Show. This is Amit.
The worst studio producer ever, Dominic.
All of a sudden, I can't be talent and producer and manager and everything all at once. What have you done, son? What have you done, son?
You serious?
Don't know
you
who
know
this
the
is.
voice?
No. Nope. Is this little something other? It's little somebody.
It's a young somebody.
Oh, come on, man. It's the same thing, guy. Who's this young whom?
Young Thug.
I was actually going to say that because that's one of the few that I know. And I know it's not Young Jeezy. So I was going to go Young Thug purely in a guess.
The reason I did that, I don't know if you remember a while ago in one of our episodes, we talked about his trial.
Yeah.
He's been updated? He's been locked up for 900 days, actually.
Hold up. He's been locked already? 900 days have accumulated?
Yeah. So he pled. He was working on a plea. It was gang charges, drug charges, gun charges, RICO charges. A whole thing.
Yeah. I remember all that stuff. Mm-hmm.
Where they were trying to assert that him and his crew were responsible for something like 85% of all violent crime in Atlanta.
So now he's been in jail for 900 days. And
yeah, so he's trying to plead.
Has the crime fallen by any percentage? I mean, there should be a direct correlation, right? If he's responsible and he's not there, one would assume there'd be a drop-off in crime.
So he's trying to plead, but the prosecutors were still trying to give him 45 years, 25 imprisonment and 20 probation, which he and his attorney rejected. So somehow they said no, and then it fell to the judge's discretion, and he gave him time served.
So he's out.
900 days. He got out yesterday. But here, check this. He can't mingle with any of the people he was on trial with, like his boys.
Mm-hmm.
He's been 10 years probation, all this community service. He also cannot set foot in the Atlanta city area for either 10 or 15 years.
So I'm assuming they give him
from Atlanta, except for the community service he's been forced to do in the community. So he can fly in or drive in, do whatever he has to do, and leave. I've never heard.
Where does he live?
He lives in Atlanta.
I mean, not anymore. Exactly.
So I don't know. That's why I've never heard of something like that.
I didn't even know. I mean, I didn't know that. I didn't know he was in jail. I mean, I knew he was on trial from what you told me and when we did the conversation back in the day, but I had no idea he was in jail.
Yeah, this was the one you may recall where his attorney found out that the judge was having private conversations with the prosecutor.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was.
Called him out on it, and then got thrown in jail for calling him out on it.
Not surprised. I mean, yeah, just crazy in so many ways. There's a bunch of stuff going on. By the time we have this conversation next, there will have been an election. Not necessarily a result, but an election. And then, I mean, hey, man, these things. Again, let's. It is what it is. We'll get there as well. But let's start off in a lighthearted situation. You and I had a chat about this yesterday at some level, and let's get into some food dynamics here, right? So Dominic was sending some stuff on IG to me and whomever, a bunch of people actually, and about restaurants. And to which my response was, "Have you been to these restaurants?" And to which your response was, "Time no." But I was like, "So why are you just sending random restaurants? Like, at least say that this one is good, or like something. Give me some. Why are we doing this?" And they came out to the subject a little more specific about food situations and barbecue specifically, because he went to this barbecue restaurant that I'm supposed to be going to on Sunday. And the reason I haven't gone to it yet is because, in my view, it's out in the. It's called Apocalypse.
Yes.
Okay.
Very high.
It's okay. So it's got a lot of pub and whatever, but it is not close to where I live. But for Dominic, it is twice that distance.
More than that.
Right?
Thrice, if not quadruple.
Right. That's probably a good number there too. Yeah. So I haven't been, but I've been for a variety of reasons. One of them is lazy. Two is I like barbecue, but I don't love barbecue. And it gets into all this pub about barbecue is amazing. So Dominic's shaking his head right now. So I was like, all right, well, tell me why barbecue is so great. And I don't know. If anybody out there, by the way, who's listening feels opposite to myself and more in line with Dominic, I'm happy to hear your opinion on this as well. I just think it's all right. I don't think it's overrated, personally. I think the sides are on point, but I think barbecue itself is kind of overrated.
You need some good barbecue in your life.
Everybody says this, man. I've been to like all these quote unquote good barbecue spots everywhere. Like legitimately. I've driven way too much in New York to go out to Brooklyn to get barbecue. I've done it in LA.
Brooklyn and barbecue. I mean, come on.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
It's like one of the top. It's like you're saying. It's like a rank, and not only that, but they open one of the spots here actually close to my house, and I've been there as well. Again, the sides are on point. Barbecue is barbecue.
No.
Okay, so how was
It's the smoked meats. It's the flavor. I know you're worried about the sugar and the sauces.
I'm not worried about the sugar and sauce. It's in the sauce. It's just a lot of sugar in the sauce.
No, but you don't have to have sauce. Like
okay, but that's a whole different kind of. That's a dry rub situation too.
Into the meat and the bones and the flavor and the seasoning.
Don't you not eat pork either?
What?
I thought you don't eat pork. Oh no, you only eat pork. Sorry, you're not.
What?
Sorry, my bad. My bad. That's on me. Going back. Sorry. Sorry. Okay. So yeah, okay.
Mohammed Delgado over here.
But I was saying fried chicken over barbecue for me.
No way.
I think it's a better claim, and yours said barbecue is better.
Oh, Baby is coming back.
See, that's a good barbecue. I'm fried chicken joint. That's on point. That was worth the drive. The food was good.
It was
barbecue. Good. On the other hand, and
barbecue is amazing, and people know this. Barbecue is amazing.
I mean, it's all right.
No, it's amazing. Done right.
What's so amazing about barbecue?
Oh, some burnt ends. I don't even know what it's the end of. It's just the end of stuff. But how is it? Give me some.
I'm not gonna lie to you. The first time I saw that in the menu, I was like, "Everything you get the burnt ends," and I ordered it because everybody said you got to get it. But I was like, "What am I eating?"
I don't know what's the end of, but I like it.
I still have no idea. I'm with you. Okay, so burnt ends. I don't know what the dynamic is there too, but I've had it. Okay, what else?
I usually don't do the pulled pork because to me that's like, I can get pulled pork elsewhere.
Agree completely.
Get some good ribs. Get some.
But it's always ribs. Okay, barbecue
chicken. Brisket. No, I don't mess with barbecue.
That's my point. Okay, so literally you're going there for like two items.
No,
brisket, and burnt ends.
Burnt ends, which is something.
And ribs.
That's
it. That's what I'm saying. Okay,
that's what I meant.
Sorry, but that's all. Everything else.
But this time I went with this place had pork belly, two different kinds.
Two different kinds of pork belly?
Pork belly is my favorite thing. Yeah. It had brisket flavored, bacon cooked brisket is what they call it. Bacon cooked pork belly. I'm crazy. They took pork belly, flattened it out, seasoned it, cook it like bacon. Ridiculous. Then they had pineapple habanero.
See, again, all the sweetness, but that just sounds like a heart attack to me.
Because the fried chicken is really going to clear your arteries.
Hold up. You just said they took bacon, they took pork belly, which is full of fat, and then fried it again like bacon.
Yeah, no. So I'm already messing up. Pork belly is essentially like bacon.
That's what I'm saying.
They seasoned it like brisket and then cooked it like bacon. Yeah, that's what they did.
It's okay. And by the way, I'm not saying, and the health dynamic is irrelevant here. I just find one to be more sweet than the other. So okay, well, the sauce dynamics. Did you eat dry rub situations?
No, so with that one, it came with like this. They always have those mustard. I forget what you call it. Barbecue spots. The number 2 common things like this mustard sauce. I dipped it one time just to get a little, taste. But then I ate it just as is. You have to enjoy. You have to savor the meats.
So it was worth your drive, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I was 13 minutes away. I'm not driving an
Oh,
hour and a half to go there. I
all
happen
right.
to be down there for work. So yeah, 13
So
minute
okay.
drive.
So then if I say the next level, I say what would you? Okay, but so again, okay. So barbecue or fried chicken? You say barbecue ranks better than fried chicken for you.
No. I don't like barbecue chicken at all.
I said barbecue or fried chicken. Sorry, as far as like a food choice, and I guess
Oh,
that's hard for you because you don't have barbecue chicken. That's a different kind of dynamic, I
yeah,
guess.
no. I'll take barbecue any day.
And the sides, are you a sides person?
Yeah, I'll dabble, but I don't. Oh, I found a barbecue spot in West Palm that had like insane mac and cheese. Like
That's what I'm talking about. Mac and cheese, what makes barbecue joints,
insane.
mac and cheese and cornbread. Give me
Yeah.
some of that
Yeah.
all day long. I don't even
A
need
good,
the
a
rest of
good
the barbecue.
coleslaw.
Good coleslaw. What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
A good coleslaw. There is no such thing as good coleslaw. That's just cabbage and mayonnaise, son. I mean, what is good coleslaw? Enlighten me on this one.
Anything that tastes good.
That is, you give me absolutely nothing. Thank you for that. I mean, coleslaw we see at a KFC in Jamaica when we were kids. Does that constitute as good
No,
coleslaw?
that's horrible coleslaw.
I mean, it's just cabbage
Horrible.
and mayonnaise.
Horrible.
It's okay. So you don't do sides at barbecue joints.
No.
Did you have the burger? Because apparently there's a burger joint affiliated with this. I don't know if they're
No,
next to
because
each
I'm not
other
a
in the
big
same
burger guy.
establishment.
Yeah, supposedly there's a lot of hype on the burger. Maybe next
But
time.
is it in the same space though? Because
Yes.
I'm going on Sunday. I'm primarily going for the burger.
Yo, just do a smorgasbord of things. Do a sampling.
Another thing with
How
me
many
barbecue,
people? You go in with a few people? Everybody
Yeah,
order.
yeah,
Everybody
I'm
starts
with
sharing.
you.
Shit.
But the other problem with barbecue, from my experience, is barbecue ain't cheap, son.
None of this is cheap.
That's my point. You go to these barbecue spots and you get like a quarter pound of whatever, and all of a sudden it's a mortgage on a house. Like, it is not cheap. It is so
Yeah.
expensive.
But I found
Right?
this Brazilian spot. Also great mac and cheese. Get the picanha.
Brazilian mac and cheese?
Yeah. You ever
I
had
even know
Brazilian sushi?
I don't.
There's a couple spots around here. There's one where I literally walked in. Every single customer and every single employee is Brazilian.
And then you
And the
walked in.
sushi is like, I don't even know how to explain it.
Yes, I need an explanation. What is
Okay, you
Brazilian
remember that
sushi?
restaurant of mine on South Beach that if you ordered like fried chicken, it would come on like a box, or if you ordered popcorn, they had a whole machine. You know what I'm talking about? With a
I do
B.
not know what you're talking
With
about.
a B. Barto.
Oh! Actually, dude, I never went, but I was talking about.
Yeah, it's a
just
whole
uppity.
display. Right.
Yeah.
The sushi is the same thing. You order some sushi and it's a whole kaboom, boom, boom, mix up things.
But
and
it's sushi. It's
waterfalls.
presented differently.
Yeah, but even the sauces are some way sweet and weird and good, and it's not no regular sushi.
So you had it.
Couldn't
And
have
you
it
liked it.
because they couldn't. I sat there. They couldn't guarantee that they could keep shellfish away, so I couldn't have it.
But you have your EpiPen, man. Go for it. Live a little.
That's not happening. No.
I mean, why have an EpiPen if you're not going to test the water, son? All right. So okay. So again, you're not doing this. You're barely doing the sides, and you're just rocking barbecue, and you're all about this life. There's even good barbecue up by you.
We used to have this place called Fat Boys. They've gone down. They moved. It's solid, but it's hit or miss with them.
All right. Okay. So then we went there, and the other part where you and I were talking about a couple of days ago, or a day ago, whatever it was cookies, because obviously you can tell Dominic loves his sweets, and so but you've got a cookie. You've got like, you don't buy into the hype of various cookie situations, I guess, is the point, or you've literally gone and tested them out to come with your own.
Yeah, because like
ranking.
everything, crumble cookies. By the way, have you ever seen the black reviews on crumble cookies?
I don't even know what that means. What do you mean the black reviews?
Like black people reviewing crumble cookies?
There's a thing that's specifically.
Oh, yeah.
No, I've never heard of this. So right
it's
now,
unbelievable. It's hilarious. You gotta check it out.
But
like ripping the like.
Where did you see these reviews? Is this like
it's like a thing. It's all over.
Is this on Black Twitter or something like that?
On X, IG, it's amazing.
Okay, did not know this.
So you're into Chip from New York?
Well, I'm into Chip from New York. I think Chip is better than Levain's.
Chip is mid. I think Chip is mid.
But also, Chip used to be a couple blocks from my house.
I've never had Chip in New York, but there's Chip down here now.
Yeah,
I've had it a couple times. And I went. Levain's to me is amazing.
Levain's is good, but Levain's has a cookie, the chocolate chip, right?
But that's all I eat. I don't eat anything else. Like that.
How can you eat cookies?
You got to try these cookies. I'm like, no, I only do chocolate chip. That's it. Nothing else.
So you can't be a good judge on cookies if all you've had is a cookie, one type of cookie.
Yeah, I could be the best judge on that type of cookie.
So you're saying Levain's is the best type of chocolate chip cookie?
I'm not saying they're the best. I'm saying they're up there.
So what's the best then?
ShopRite off of in West Orange, in an Asian themed ShopRite in New Jersey, in West Orange, are the best cookies I've ever had in my life. It's not even close.
Not even like a public chocolate chip cookie.
It's not even close. There's nothing like it. I even tracked down the manufacturer and tried to get there's nothing like it.
You tracked down the manufacturer?
Yeah. I've never experienced anything like this. I've literally sat there one time. This is no joke.
I don't doubt it.
This was in the middle of a snowstorm, right? I told him we were up north. He's in Illinois. I told my wife, I have to go get diapers. She said, we have diapers. I said, no, we need diapers. I went there, got some. There's barely anybody there. I sat in my car and I was eating them like crack. It comes in a 24 pack, but each one is bigger, the size of your palm.
You put the camera. That's how, okay, but they're thin. I mean, they're thin, but wide around.
But the size of your palm. And if you're smart, you know, cookies, the edges, if done right, are a little bit tougher than the middle.
Yeah.
Right? So I nibbled around the edges like eating corn, or ripped them out, nibbled, and just went.
Yeah.
Went through 24 right there in the car. If somebody saw me, they would have thought I was on.
You ate 24 cookies in the car.
Oh, yeah. Gained a solid probably 4 pounds. Proud of it.
Did you discard the evidence so your wife wouldn't see it?
Yeah. Protect the shame. Hence doing it in the car.
I mean, that is ridiculous. How long ago was this?
This is like 10
well,
years.
You said diapers.
I've had the cookies.
Unless they're for you.
Even when my in-laws go up north, they get it bringed out. I've had the cookies since, but that was just one incident.
But have you been to, are they at all the ShopRites then?
No. It's just one ShopRite. That's also, everything there is Asian. From the lettering that says ShopRite to the architecture, it's a fascinating thing.
But you get chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Wow. Yeah. All right. Okay. What you got for me?
Let's see here. Your boy Trump.
All right.
I did tell the masses of our listeners that I would report back and see if I'm voting for the Green Party and Jill Stein.
Uh-huh.
My apologies. I did not do any research. Right? So I don't know yet. So
you've been eating cookies the whole time.
Post-election, I will let you know.
Are you somebody who's going in on Tuesday to vote?
If I don't do this damn research, I may have to. My plan is to still do early. Right?
Yeah, who does?
I don't like mailing in, not because I'm paranoid. I like.
Oh no, hold on! I didn't mail it in. I told you I fill it out at home, and I go and I drop it off at the courthouse. But I fill it out at home. I'm not putting it in the mailbox.
I like talking to the poll people. Like interacting with the fellow populace. See the elderly folk who are dedicating their time. I enjoy the process.
You're a lying ass. There's no
dead serious. You
want to go on Tuesday and have this conversation, or whenever. And
even early verdict. But even by me, even going on Tuesday, the line would probably take me 10 minutes. Right?
I mean, again, I do it at home and then I go and drop it off at the courthouse. But continue what you were saying. Yes. So you've done no research.
I neglected to do my research on the Green Party, as you would say, a wasted vote in this election. Correct. So I need to do it this weekend and spend a lot of time researching.
And then waste your vote on Tuesday. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Noted. Noted. But what did that do with Trump? Or that was just, you want to talk
I just felt like saying Trump.
Okay.
I'm going to go to a Trump rally today, probably.
You are
haven't been one in a long time. I like debunking people's feelings and with facts.
So hold up, you want to be like the dude on Comedy Central?
No, he's great. He's great.
I'm saying that's you're trying to be him and walk around at a Trump rally?
No, because I can't find idiots like that. I'll find people who have more common sense. Those people don't even realize what they're repeating when.
But then he
finds actual idiots.
Yes, but do you wear Are you?
No, maybe I'll go live. AIB live. We'll see.
I'm so curious about that. That would be yes, please. I would love to see this interaction. Yes, please do so. Please do so. I mean, do you wear a red T-shirt or whatever so people don't feel put off by you when you walk up? So you can kind of be one of the
light-skinned dude walking up. Bunch of white people. And
did you say you're gonna be the light-skinned dude?
Yeah.
The light-skinned black dude? Is that what you're trying to get at?
Yes, the light-skinned guy with the white people.
All right. I wish you good
let me
luck.
see.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go today. Flip the camera, talk, and
All right.
get
I
some
wish you good luck.
get some stuff.
Okay. On a different note, did you see that there is this? What was I saying right here? I was going to show you. So American Airlines. Well, all the airlines, right? This is one of the things that kind of get to me. American Airlines is doing like you go to the airport regular, right? And you sit there at the airport. I'll zoom in on this real quick, right? You're looking at the dynamic of, hey, everybody go like, and I've bitched about this multiple times. You go to the airport and you sit there and you go, hey, we're boarding group 1. And everyone, the grandmother jumps up, and group 1 is nowhere near. Like you're definitely not group 1. You're group 8 or 9. You jump in line for group 8.
I board the very last person on the plane.
You're the last person getting on.
Last person. So much so they were closing the door.
Oh, but you're checking luggage though.
Yeah, even if I'm carrying, it's like, yeah.
Nah, because if you're checking luggage, it's different because you don't need overhead space.
Correct.
Okay, I am not checking luggage, so I need overhead space. Right? So for me now, it's a matter of, okay, if I get on, I need to put my bag up there and then I can chill. Right? But I also have priority boarding. My point is, everybody used to rush up and get on these things. They used to always vex me. Not used to, still vex me to this day. Because I just see these people crowding and I'm like, what are you doing? And then they're waiting right in front and I'm like, I got to get through. So much so, but one guy, I was actually on a flight to Toronto a month ago, whatever it was. And there's this guy. So he gets there, let's say it's boarding, right? There's before he hasn't gone up to see anybody yet. He's standing like where the ropes end. And he's just standing there dead in the middle, right? For the priority side. He's just standing dead in the middle. And if anybody walked up to him, he would just look down at him because people would try to walk by and he goes, group 1? And they'd be like, yeah, and he goes, yeah, so am I. And I was like, dude, this guy, and he did it like 4 different people. I'm like, yo, dog. Dude is messing with me. He was running security guard for like anybody to get through. Right? Because and for America, they go, hey, concierge key. And people would just kind of walk up and they're definitely not concierge key. Well, in his mind, they weren't. And he'd be like, concierge key? Like he was, again, doubling. He won't let anybody go ahead of him until he can get on there as well. Right? And I was like, this guy's rocking board guards. But now what American Airlines is trying to do is what they should have been doing the whole time anyway, is they're calling it gate lice, but I think that's really horrible marketing, whoever came up with that idea. But in essence, to say...
So people who cut, they're calling them gate lice?
Gate lice, I guess, yes. I guess this is not an American Airlines term, but this is what this process is being dubbed as. Right? The dynamic is you roll up, and if this is not your thing, they're like, hey, I'm sorry, you're not in group 1. You got to get back out of line. Or you're not in group whatever, come back when your group is called kind of thing. But literally not letting them board. Which I think should have been the whole point in the first place. Like, why have these groups if you're not going to do anything with them?
But it says American Airlines will publicly embarrass them.
It's just saying, hey, in essence, please, you're not allowed to be in here. You have to go back in line.
You think they're going to stop me if I want to do it?
Well, that's what I'm saying. But you want to go last anyways. So you're fine.
No, but if I wanted to go, I guess some people would be embarrassed. I have no shame. Yeah, bro. Heat game the other day. Sat courtside for the first time in my life. Were those my seats? No. Did I know eventually I was going to get caught, so to say, and told to move? Yes. Do I have any shame? No.
Well, I know you have no shame, but
Would I do it again?
This is to call out the peoples who have some semblance of shame. You are not one of these people. How long did you end up sitting in the courtside, by the way?
An entire quarter. Got told to leave the security after the first quarter.
I mean, I've done that as well, but I've been asked to sit there. So I had a different situation. I told you this at the Knicks games.
No.
So one of a friend in New York, he's been long-time security there, right? He had the job in college, kept it going. He has like his professional career, still maintains security job at Madison Square Garden forever because he can take his wife to events and whatever. So he would let us come in, my friend and a couple friends, whatever. We would go and we'd sit down. He'd be like, all right, this person's not coming today. You can go sit over here. And then be like, hey, so-and-so is coming, move over to the seat. So you're sitting courtside, but he's managing where we're going, so we're not being horrible with it. But it was awesome.
How did I never mooch off of your friend back in the day?
I didn't tell you this because you definitely would. You're like, yo, no, can we do this? And I'm not telling you this. Yes, that's what. Yeah, no, literally, took pics on the court, hung out the whole 9, and then I also realized sitting courtside, not as much fun, man. That my angles are still off. I don't like going to live events. I already talked to you about this anyway. Can't see a damn thing. It's better in basketball. But sitting, like, I was talking to a friend yesterday, and they're like, hey, with Miami games, Miami's playing pretty good this year. Are you going to go to any games? The answer to which was obviously no. Because I was like, I can't see anything. And he goes, oh, yeah, it's all about the seats, guy. And I was like, no, I've had all the seats that you're supposed to have and I'm a small person, so I still can't see anything. You put me on the field, and they go, I'm on the field. Worst seats in the house is be on the field. You can't see a damn thing.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I've been on the field several times, and
Pointless.
I'm 6'2", and I can't see a lot of things.
Pointless. I told you I was at butt fumble, and I had to watch on the screen, and it was happening literally in front of me, and I couldn't see it. What's the point, right? So going to an event like that does nothing for me. But either way, so in essence, you're trying, but you went with your son to this basketball game. So you're teaching your son your ways of having no shame and
Daddy ain't 101. He said, "We can't get in trouble, can we?" I said, "I'm never going to do this again and have this opportunity for the rest of my life. Maybe you will, but I'm not. So we're doing this shit. No trouble. Let's go."
Hold up. Why would you never have the opportunity again? What changes?
Because I will never pay that. And
but the opportunity to go.
He's got 30 plus years on me to try catch up. Like,
but I'm saying you have the opportunity to pick random seats like you did this time anyway. Is my point again.
No, we were given a hookup to sit down there before the game, right?
Oh, you just never left.
I had to piss so bad. I never left.
I was going to ask you how you got in the first place.
No, just never left. It was really bad. I was shaking like I had to use the bathroom so bad, but I never left because I was like, no way I'm getting back.
Because I was wondering, how the hell did you even get down in the first place? Now that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Hold up. So your friend or whoever hooks you up with this is now there. I mean, you could have ruined it for them.
Yeah, so I played it cool. So what I did was security was like, "These are your seats." This was before the game, right? It's like 30 minutes before. I'm like, no, such and such a person said we could come down there. I said, "You just tell me when we got to go." He's like, "All right." And the game's come closer. Then somebody came and asked my son to shoot on the court like 20 minutes before game time. Then they started singing the anthem and we're still there. I'm like, yo, I think this is going to work. And I'm trying to act cool, right? And then the game starts. And I tell my son, I go, do not look at the security. Don't. I was like, don't make eye contact. He may not remember. Like, we can't acknowledge that we see him. Like, you must ignore him at all costs. Right?
Freaking raising a criminal tag.
The problem is right by the Heat's bench. The Spoelstra's ass is in my face. Pause. Right, the whole time, like walking.
Are you
up
like
and
a row behind?
No, on it.
You're
where
on the
I have
court.
to bring my feet in so I don't trip Spoelstra and the players walking by to check in. But it's really Spoelstra keeps Spoelstra could keep touching like that this close. I'm like, dude, move. I can't see it, but I can't tell him to move. Tell the coach to move. It's like
that's interesting. All right,
on the court. Yeah,
that's interesting. Wow. Okay. Well played, sir. Well played. Good on you.
Yeah.
Good on you. All right. That's yeah. I haven't been to a basketball game in a while, but that sounds pretty interesting.
A couple of things. We talked about Denzel's backlash for Gladiator 2 a couple months ago because he's black. Not talking about the absurd fact that, in these ancient Gladiator Roman times, we always put British actors as if these guys would have British accents back then. That's acceptable, but not the black guy, even though there is some history of black, not even gladiators, but actually in the Roman Empire and higher up in war and generals. Anyway, there's buzz about him getting an Oscar for this.
Yes, I was gonna say that.
The absurd people talk about a New York accent and all this stuff, and there's buzz of like his role is really, I'm assuming, supporting actor. But yeah, that's crazy to come one extreme to the other.
Yeah, I don't know.
The trailer didn't grab me though. Like I'm not.
I mean, I'll see it. But I don't, like, to your point, it's not like us. It's not top of my list. Like, there's been very few movies this year that are like really.
Yo, you seen the movie the dude from Split? Speak No Evil.
Oh no, I haven't seen. That was actually on the list to see, and I haven't seen it yet. I'll wait for it to come home.
The movie itself is okay, but his performance was unreal.
So that was one of the movies that I wanted to see, and scheduling didn't allow for it. And there's another one coming out actually next weekend. I'm not going to be in town, so I'm going to miss that as well. Which is called, I think it's called Heretic, which is with
you do know they play the movies more than one weekend though, right?
Nah, bro, because then another movie comes out that weekend, and then it's Gladiator weekend, so you can't be going back. Come on, man.
Oh, sorry, you can't.
This guy, bro.
Movie.
This guy, dude, what's wrong with you? Yeah, this is what's this? Looking at the trailer right now. What the hell's his real name? Cast. Oh, it's really annoying. I'm doing this live on this thing, and I can't remember homie's name. And Hugh Grant, boom. And in essence,
that one where
yeah,
there's two girls in the house.
Well, capture is a strong word, but yes, he does. And then They
They
came in
went
the
in
house.
and he couldn't allow them to leave.
That's
I
what it
captured them.
was. No,
If
no,
I'm
he
fishing
kidnapped.
and I
That's
overfish, I
kidnapping.
don't know when it's leave. I
No,
capture the fish.
that's kidnapping. It's not really capturing. He didn't go out and seek them, bring them in. They came in on their own accord. He just didn't let them leave. So yeah, so more he kidnapped and restricted their departure, but didn't capture. But either way, tomato. Anyway, it's getting good buzz, and that's one that I really want to see because I'm not really a scary movie kind of person, but this just seems twisted in an interesting way, and I'm very curious how it plays out.
Have you heard of Terrifier?
Yeah, that's the that one. That's like the clown that's been.
So I never heard of this until now.
It's movie number 3.
Yeah. And supposedly, it's like so graphic and
the budget, bruv.
I've never heard of this thing.
It's like there's 3 of these things. It made a lot of money. I didn't realize the dude playing the clown wears this crazy mask.
Yeah,
I thought it was a black dude.
I've never seen. I don't know.
No, just because the mask, it's got like this huge black outline around here. So I thought initially when I first saw the mask that it was like cut out over here and his teeth were there or whatever. But it's not. It's a white dude. It threw me off completely. And this mask is really crazy now.
I wasn't sure there was a Terrifier 1 or 2 because I never heard of it.
You thought it was like
Leonard Part 6. I wasn't sure that the Cosby thing. I never heard of 1 or 2.
Nah.
All of a sudden,
dude's name, who plays the character's name, is David Howard Thornton. And the character's name is Art the Clown. Which is a crazy simple thing. But yeah, there's been 3 of these things crushing it and uber scary. And I've not seen them. I don't know if I'm ready for this one. But yeah, they made a part 3 and the budgets have been really, really small. And they've been crushing it. Wow. And yeah, it seems pretty. It's very it's graphic, but no, I've not seen it. And obviously, neither of you.
Have you seen? I'm gonna mention this to you. I don't know the story in Minnesota. There's a guy, John. Damn, I don't remember his last name. Sauchak, maybe.
Okay.
50 years old. He's been terrorizing his neighbors for 15 years. There's multiple arrest warrants out for him. There have been.
The neighbors who's been living next to him 15 years getting terrorized.
Yeah.
Or these are new neighbors, or they've left and new neighbors have come in.
One neighbor filed 30 complaints against him and left. Anyway, this last week, a neighbor was chopping wood with a chainsaw, and there's a video from his camera. Just boom, mine just dropped. Doom. The neighbor shot him in his neck. He dropped, got a concussion, hit his head on the ground. He wound up living. Like freak thing, one of those things like, hey, if it was 1 centimeter the other way, you'd be dead or handicapped through your spine. Police took 5 days to go arrest him. Not because they weren't sure if he did it. They said that they wanted, I forgot what the term was. It was a high risk situation. They were worried if they went in, either they would get shot at or they would have to shoot him if he was shooting at them. So they waited 5 days to go and arrest this guy, which is insane because I've never seen police have restraint like this in anything in life.
That's what I was gonna say. Now we're being knowing that you know where dude is at.
And the guy had guys had multiple arrest warrants issued for him for months, and they know exactly where he lived. So they didn't, and they still didn't go after him. And in these 5 days, you know what they did? Instead of going after him, they advised all the neighbors to leave the neighborhood because he's dangerous. But still don't go into the house and try to get him.
Or why not even just post up a car outside so he cannot go and kill other people?
Yeah, no, they said they were monitoring him to make sure he wouldn't be a threat, meaning he couldn't leave and go somewhere else. But when have you ever seen that? You know,
I've never heard of this in my life.
I've never heard of this. They just kind of camp out and monitor.
This is mind-boggling. I've never heard this in my life. Never in my life. Wow, that's crazy.
And I'm all for kind of that kind of for non-extrajudicial killings and having restraint. But in a situation like this, where this man has targeted people, where there's proof he shot
people.
He shot somebody. He's assaulted people. You need to go in and get him.
I mean, it's simple enough.
Yes.
All right. On a lighter note, to close out or to near closing out here, Al Pacino. I don't know if you heard this. Al Pacino. There's an article came out a couple weeks ago. Talking about like his crazy spending in the early part of his career. And you hear these stories about, rich people or people who get money, just kind of don't know how to manage their money and how people go broke. And everyone's like, how do they go broke? And normally you hear with athletes, right? Generally speaking. And then Al Pacino put out some stuff, whatever, and it was just like crazy stuff. And I'm like, how is this possible? Right? So dude is 84 years old. First of all, which I knew he's old AF. I didn't realize he's that old, right? 84 years old, right? And he said he didn't understand how money worked, right? Which is what all these kind of all talents, whether acting or anybody who's focused on that one thing, whether it's acting or athletics or whatever. That's why they have a bunch of people, because they go, I don't know how money works, make it work. He goes, there's a language I didn't speak. However, from paying his landscaper $400,000 a year, okay, $400,000 a year for a landscaper, just step one, right? Well played, right? To maintain a home that he didn't live in, to unknowingly paying for 16 cars, 23 cell phones, and his finances began to spiral out of control. Began to, first of all, with all this random spending, right? 16 cars you don't know about, son? Like, don't know about. Mind blowing, right? His inexperience. He goes, I had $50 million and then I had nothing. Like, he was out there just spending stuff and on random things.
How long ago?
This was, there's no timeline. He didn't put a timeline for when this was, but he says,
Where did you show research?
One more time? No, in the article it doesn't get into it. In the article it doesn't stipulate the timeline surrounding this. It's just talking about how his money spent, how his spending life was just so insane. Just the idea that by that point, Al Pacino was in his 70s and didn't think that he would be able to earn the kind of money from acting that he did during the height of his career, because he'd been blowing it on crazy stuff like this the whole time. Before going broke, he preferably played characters that he couldn't connect with and relate to, just so he could get the money going on, which is insane. But $400,000 for a landscaper in a house you don't live in, and when you had $50 million and you had nothing, like, you hear these stories and I'm like, it's impossible. Like, there's no way that would ever happen to me.
Yeah.
That's actually factual. There's no way that would ever happen to me. But it blows my mind that happens all the time to people across the country, across the world. And I'm like, in that kind of money situation, I just don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Like, as cheap as I am, I don't understand how that happens. But
watch the documentary Broke, Billy Corbin.
I actually never saw that documentary. Heard good things about it, but never saw it. Oh, and then on another note, have you seen the Sam's Club?
The what?
Sam's Club. Have you been? Do you go to Sam's Club or Costco, one of these things?
I've never been to Sam's.
But you've been to Costco.
Hmm?
All right. So Costco lines are pretty aggressive, generally speaking, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's got like a flatbed, right, for all the stuff that they're buying. I hate Costco. I hate all these places. So Sam's Club is not putting in, or they put in essence, the scan and go. So it's like it looks like, I'll just show it to you. I don't mind.
Like those Amazon
But the Amazon ones weren't real. What's funny about the Amazon ones, they were testing it out. The Amazon stores, you just walk out.
Yeah.
So this is what the Sam's Club one looks like, kind of like this kind of gate. So you just walk in and out, right? Just stroll out.
Mm-hmm.
The Amazon ones, the Amazon ones from back then wasn't working. It wasn't a thing. It was supposed to, but it wasn't doing. They told you, hey, it was live. I mean, so it was when you took off the shelf, it would bill you, you put it back, it would do whatever else. It wasn't doing it that way. They were billing you later on based on a camera action and whatever they thought was in your thing, but it wasn't an actual one-to-one, right? The tech wasn't there yet. That's why they did it in smaller stores. We can kind of manage. So even if it lost, they're like, all right, I'm not losing that much. We can test. There was purely a test case. This situation, apparently, once, like, it's literally like a scan and go on your phone and you kind of walk out, which is ridiculous. Like, this is the next level. So they're going to get rid of, obviously, a bunch of people, right, from the cashier situations, and you're not having to scan it yourself. This is like the next level of what that looks like.
So basically, the simultaneous. But I wonder, that's gonna be crazy for companies with their barcodes on their products. Like, if I'm just a regular company and I have this product and I put a barcode on it, but the barcode's hidden, how is it going through the sensor?
Man,
and being read?
You're asking me questions I cannot answer, sir. I do not know. He goes, ring it up to yourself. Okay, hold up. Not new. So he goes. This is the wholesaler's first new store opening in 7 years, and his first all digital warehouse to pay for bulk toilet paper. Blah blah blah. Ring it up yourself via the store's mobile app. Not new. And walk out through AI powered blue arches is new. They replace the employees at the door who usually check your receipts and whatever else, who will instead work at other tasks instead. They always do this, but we'll put them in jobs that are more beneficial, whatever, which means I won't give you a job. You don't have the option for cashier. So checkout lines are all gone. And then the store will repurpose, and in front of the store is repurposed as a QR code showroom for online items, including patio furniture, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Right? So Sam's Club is using, and there's the first location doing this is a location up in Silicon Valley, and then keep messing around from there. But so I don't know. So to your point, it's supposed to be, from what I'm reading here, is you're supposed to ring it up yourself on your phone there, and then you walk out of these arches, right? And the arches validate. But to your point, how do you validate whether I've done it? That's the part we haven't figured out yet. But this is obviously a step in that direction to get rid of people overall and work into this situation. Now, does that make your life better though?
Quicker.
As somebody like you who doesn't like to interact with folk.
What do you mean? I'm the one going to the polls. I'm the one going to the people. I'm a man of the people. I'm going to Trump rally. I go to the polls to interact with the senior citizens and give them some self-worth.
Give them self-worth. Look at you. Dominic showing up brings self-worth to old people around the country. Well played, Dominic. I'm glad you don't think highly of yourself. This guy. Give them self-worth, he says. Wow. We'll just leave on that note. Well played, Dominic. Go make people happy today. Post about it so it's out there.
By the way, we actually got a couple reviews on Spotify. So now people are, listening to Spotify. We never ever had Spotify reviews. So thank you, whoever you two people are. There's always Apple reviews.
Did you respond?
It's because I couldn't even figure out how to read the review.
Oh man!
I just know it was 5-star or 4, whatever the highest one is. I couldn't get in.
But you didn't respond to him?
I could. I don't think
it's
you can
your
respond.
Spotify account. I have no idea.
Yeah. All right. Let me try to figure it out.
I mean,
whoever you are, big up. Thank you.
You're so ridiculous, Doug.
Let's get some more Spotify and Apple reviews. Please review us. Spread the love. Repost this on IG.
All right, my dude.
Enjoy the weekend. Vote. Yes. Down ballot voting. Ballot voting.
Always.
Forget president. It's irrelevant.
No. Don't forget president too. That matters as well. Don't do that. Let's not be idiots here.
Research the judges and the prosecutors and the DAs and your amendments and everything.
Do that. Definitely do that.
All right,
everybody.
Cool.